Right, this is Mike from the Mike James Rock Show, and this gentleman next to me plays drums for Lordi. Please introduce yourself.
Mr. Mana here. Hello, hello.
Hello, how's it going, man?
It's going good.
You guys are on a monster European and UK tour. What's it been, like 7 or 8 weeks so far?
8 weeks so far, I guess. I'm
You-
not quite sure.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
Where did you start? What dates have stood out most for you? Which countries?
We started in Poland, then we moved on to Germany, then we went to Italy, Slovenia, Hungary, France, Spain, Switzerland. Maybe I forgot some. Sorry if I don't remember.
Pretty much the whole of mainland Europe has been
Yes.
conquered already.
All right, yes, that's true. And Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Okay, so was there any dates that really stood out for you? Like the crowd went nuts, or it was just like a nice city and they looked after
Well,
you?
Czech Republic is always good. It's like, mayhem and chaos in the crowd.
They're
It's
quite new
very
to
good.
metal as well, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know any metal bands from Czech Republic, really.
No, I can't. I can't think of any off the top of my head
Yeah,
either.
yeah. But it's always been good to Lordi. I don't know why. They like, they like monster metal.
I guess so. Is it the case that it's because you're different to other metal bands that where
Maybe
you
so.
dress
Maybe
up
so.
and you've got a theme to?
Maybe it's like the exotic look and all that.
Yeah,
Don't know. It's weird.
I'm guessing they can go back and look at your backstory as well, because each member of the band's got a backstory and character, haven't they?
Yes, that's true.
So give us the lowdown on your character.
Well, mine is a priest kind of guy
Okay.
who lived in 11th century, and then his methods were quite not so church-like, how would you say? So he got banned from the church, and he got, decapitated and murdered in several different ways.
Nice.
Then he died, and then he started playing drums, and now he's in the band.
Awesome. So is this based on a real life character, or is
No,
it something
actually
that's
it's not.
all fictional?
Well, no, it's true story, of course.
Of course, yes,
Of
yes.
course,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, my story.
The album Scare Force 1 came out on Halloween.
Yes.
It seems to be doing really well for you guys. How's it being perceived by the band?
Well, we loved the album, and it was so nice to work with a new producer, Mr. Karmila, who is a big name in metal
Okay.
scene. He's done Nightwish and Stratovarius
Oh,
and
wow.
all kinds of
Yeah.
bands. And the band hadn't used him before, which was pretty weird because he's like the metal producer name in Finland.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was fucking cool to work with him, and the sound is awesome now. So
It's a much bigger sound as well,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, that was just the sound that we wanted to have. So to move to a more metal way.
Yeah. 'Cause the two albums that you've just released are following quick concession, really, considering the gap between the album before last.
Yeah.
Is it just you're in a high state at the moment of like writing tunes, and if you've got
Yes.
more coming soon?
Yes. Well, Mr. Lordi is the guy who mostly writes the songs, and he just wanted to go and let's do another quick. And
Yeah, yeah.
why would you be at home if you want to tour and play music?
Pretty much, man.
Yeah. And when there's an opportunity to put on a new album, let's just do that.
So is there already plans for another album, or is it gonna we'll just step back, do some touring, and see how it's all going?
I guess we will start doing as soon as possible, I guess. Well, this year is mostly touring, so
Yeah.
maybe next year we start working on the next album. I hope so.
So even again, that's still quick concession, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
The last one only came out 3 or 4 months ago, and you already starting to think
Yeah,
of
yeah,
one
yeah,
for
of
next year.
course.
That's quick going over. How do you draw inspiration then, whilst you're on the road all the time,
Inspiration to
for forming new songs?
on tour you don't really think about the new songs. It's like you just concentrate on the shows, and
Yeah.
that's it
Okay.
mainly.
Uh,
At home we do the writing.
Do you sit in a studio and write, or do you all go off and do it
Um,
yourself, or does Mr.
Mr.
Lordi
Lordi
write it?
does by himself at his cottage in Lapland.
Ah, nice.
Mainly, he's got, usually like 30, 40 demos And
Okay.
then we start working on those, choose the best ones. And
Nice. You've mentioned that you're pretty much tied up for the rest of the year touring. Where are you off to after the UK? Because this is the first night of the UK.
yes, we're from here we go to home.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the
2
last night,
weeks.
last leg of the
Yeah,
tour at
last
the
leg
moment.
of
Then.
the tour. Yeah, then we have summer festivals, and then there has been talks about going to Russia, to the States, South America maybe.
Wow.
We'll see.
Lordi in the sunshine.
Oh yeah, when it gets hot.
Does it actually get, the outfits you wear on stage, do you find them like quite constrictive when you're on stage because of the
Yes,
temperature and stuff?
yes, that is. It's a tough job. It really is. Like after the show, it feels like I've been in a, swimming in a lake or straight from the
I
shower.
guess
It's
especially
so,
being a drummer, you've got to be physically fit because it's quite a demanding set as
yeah,
well, isn't it?
yeah. It's like you can't do show when you're in a hangover or
No, no.
yeah or sick. So
I'm guessing you don't party much then.
well, we do party, but some party more and some party less.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Is there any places in the world that you want Lordi to go to that you haven't been before?
I'd like to tour the States because I
Yeah.
haven't been touring there.
Okay.
So that's my dream. And South America would be awesome also. I'm just a little bit afraid of the heat there if it's like 40 degrees Celsius inside.
South America seems to get metal really well as well.
Yeah,
Wherever they go, it seems to be metal's much more predominant than other genres of
yes,
music over there.
that's true. That's true. It's weird. I don't know why.
It's-
They're sort of fanatic people there. Lots of
yeah,
yeah.
I know we've spoken to bands over the course of the last few years that have all
Yeah.
gone out there. It doesn't matter if they're like costumes like yourselves or proper beat down heavy. They all say South America is just a nuts place
Yeah.
to go touring.
Yeah, and everybody, records live albums and
Yeah.
DVDs there. So
I guess they also have like the Rock in Rio, which is one of the
yes,
biggest festivals in the
oh yeah,
world, and some of the bands that play there it just looks nuts.
yes, that's true.
Have you ever been asked to do something like that, one of those super huge festivals? Like, 'cause I
Well,
know there's a few in like Poland and like Russia where they have like 250,000 people.
yeah,
Somehow.
well, I haven't been playing. Lordi has played those back in the, after the Eurovision thing,
Yes.
especially. Then there was huge crowds, but I guess my biggest show was in Hellfest, France, and it was like 25,000,
That's
30,000.
insane, though.
Yeah,
Just to
I
look out,
just
fields of
shat
people.
my pants. I can't remember anything from the show. It was so, oh, fuck. It's lots of
You
people.
touched on it briefly just now, the Eurovision thing. I'm guessing it was 9 years ago for the band.
Yeah.
How have you found the perception nowadays back home? Are you still treated like you're the first
In
winners for the
Finland,
band? Yeah.
no,
No?
no. Finnish people have sort of a Lordi hangover after
Okay.
that, so there's like nothing happening in Finland.
No?
Nobody, likes to,
You don't even
you know,
talk about it over there.
I know.
Because
It's
over
like,
over here, the Eurovision Song Contest is always kind of a bit passé and
yeah,
more
yeah,
sort of tongue in cheek kind of thing. It's like, yeah, we'll
that's
send
true.
some people.
Yeah.
Have you found that people in different countries have sort of drawn to you because you were completely standout to the rest of any of the bands that or any acts following as well that have ever played Eurovision?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it helped the band a lot to build the, fan base
Yeah.
around in Europe. So, in my opinion, it was a good thing
Was it a
for the
gamble that
band.
paid off then?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. We can still, do these kind of big tours
Yeah.
all around. So, I think it's a good thing for the band. But the band lost Finland
Yeah.
because of that.
Okay.
But, you know,
Losing one country, but you've gained all these
yeah,
others.
yeah,
It's,
yes,
it's
very
paid
good.
off in the long run.
Yes, in my opinion, yes.
Awesome. It's been a pleasure catching up with you, man.
Thank you,
Hope you
sir.
enjoy the rest of the UK. I know this is the
Of
opening
course.
night, so good luck to you, man. Thanks very
Glad to
much.
be here.
Cheers. Cool, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show. It's Mr. Joey Tempest from Europe.
Hey, thanks for having me on here.
No, thanks for coming down to Exeter,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I don't believe we've